Hello explorers, today we are going to explore more about the bus rapid transit and the MRTs that were initiated by Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017 under the project Namata. Namata is undertaking key projects and programs to transform the mobility within Nairobi Metropolitan Area, in which their focus is on integrated, efficient and sustainable transport system through the implementation of the mass rapid transport system. The mass rapid transport system encompasses all components, including the BRT corridors, development of a robust commuter rail network, and the provision of the dedicated non-motorized transport system. Namata, the Nairobi Metropolitan Area, is an integration of 5 counties. That is the Murang'a County, Kajiado County, Nairobi County, Machakos County, and the Kiambu County. MRTs is a government-led initiative, and their main aim is to revolutionize mobility within Nairobi Metropolitan Area in order to reduce traveling time, reduce congestion, and improve people's lives. Nairobi currently it's dependent on informal transport system, which is greatly struggling to keep up with the growing population. Thus, it has resulted to over-reliance on private cars, worsening the traffic condition in Nairobi. MRTs is a direct response to these challenges, in which it envisions the use of commuter rails, BRTs, which will serve as the transport backbone. Additionally, developing world-class NMTs infrastructure and integration of the intelligent transport system and information. A bus rapid transit is a high-capacity bus system designed to provide fast, reliable, and cost-effective public transport in Nairobi. 5 BRT corridors have been gazetted, with Line 2, which is Simba on Thika Superhighway, currently under infrastructure upgrades, and Line 3, Chui, in advanced planning stages, with detailed design for Phase 1 complete. Other lines are in various stages of development, with plans for Line 1 alongside the Nairobi 6 Expressway, and Line 4 supported by the African Development Bank. And once fully implemented, the BRT network will significantly improve mobility and reduce congestion in the Nairobi Metropolitan Area. Still under Namata, we have the commuter rail, in which Namata is dedicated to establishing a robust commuter rail system as a key component of Nairobi Metropolitan Area mass rapid transport system. By attracting investment, implementing the Nairobi Commuter Rail Master Plan, developing national standards, and ensuring a seamless integration with BRT, with the aim to provide efficient, sustainable, and reliable rail transport for the Nairobi Metropolitan Area, alleviating congestion and improving connectivity. Non-motorized transport will be having dedicated lanes and infrastructure for walking and cycling, which is a crucial part of Nairobi transportation landscape, serving as a primary mode of travel for 40% of commuters. This is recognized, and Namata is working closely with other stakeholders to develop and implement projects that will enhance infrastructure and promote walking and cycling through the Nairobi Metropolitan Area. BRT corridors are funded as follows. Line 2 is funded by the government of Kenya, and in the budget of 2022-2023 it was provided for 4 billion, and for the budget of 2023-2024 it was provided for a budget of 3 billion. And the remarks that were made for the project was Kenyan government had an outstanding balance of 2 billion and the project was 58% completion. For line 3, it was being funded by African Development Bank, the government of Kenya, and the European Union. The European Union was providing 201 million euros. The African Development Bank was providing 74 million euros, and the European Union was providing 45 million euros, and the government of Kenya was to provide 6 billion Kenyan shillings. For the budget of 2022-2023, the budget that was provided was 3 billion, and the budget for 2024-2025, the budget was provided for 3 billion Kenyan shillings. And the remarks that were made for the project is that to fast track the conclusion of the financing agreement with the National Treasury and the Attorney General and make a budget provision for the counterpart funding. And the project cost was 40 billion. Line 5, which was being funded by the Korea Exim Bank and the government of Kenya. In the budget of 2022-2023, the government of Kenya provided 1 billion, and in the budget of 2024-2025, the government of Kenya provided 1 billion. And the total cost for the project will cost 6 billion Kenyan shillings, and it is remarks its counterpart funding. Line 1, the budget was 200 million Kenyan shillings, and it was being funded by the government of Kenya. And the remarks was the project is under preparation and it has not yet commenced. For line 4, the budget is under feasibility study, and the budget that was provided was 50 million. And the BRT corridors include line 1, which is Ndovu, start at Limuru to Kangemi to CBD to Maradaima at the river up to Kitengela. This line 1 runs parallel to the Nairobi Expressway, and the Kenya National Highways Authority plans to implement the BRT infrastructure alongside the expressway with preliminary designs that are being shared and no concrete timeline yet set for the project to commence. For line 2, which is Simba, starts at Rongai, goes to Bomas, to CBD, then Ruiru, Thika, and then to Kenol. Line 2, Simba, the government is upgrading the Thika superhighway to accommodate the BRT, and the project will run in 2 phases, which covers 28 kilometers from Ruiru to Kenyatta National Hospital. And for line 3, which is Chui, starts at Tala, then to Njiru, to Dandora, then to CBD, to Showground, to Ngong. Line 3 is divided into 3 phases. Phase 1, which is 13 kilometers, Dandora, CBD, Kenyatta National Hospital. Detailed designs are complete, proposing a closed system with the feeder services, 14 stations, and 120 electric buses. Phase 2 will be having 20.8 kilometers, starting at Kenyatta National Hospital, Ngong, and then we have Phase 3, which will be 52 kilometers from Dandora to Tala. And then line 4 starts at Mama Lucy Hospital. Line 4 is Kifaru and starts at Mama Lucy Hospital, Donom, CBD, Timol, Bomas, Karen, and then to Kikuyu. Line 4 is aligned with the 4th Medium Term Plan and the Ministry of Roads and Transport Strategic Plan. BRT line aims to decongest Nairobi project supported by the African Development Bank, which includes that it has done the detailed design, the pre-feasibility study to the western section, Kikuyu, and the capacity building and other support section. For line 5, which is Nyati, starts as Ridgeways, Balozi to Daima. Line 5, it has a BRT line on 5 on Outer Ring Road, which will utilize 30 high-capacity buses, transporting 4,200 passengers per hour per direction during peak hours. This line aims to reduce traffic, congestion, and provide efficient, reliable transport with dedicated BRT lanes and buses. Travel times will be faster and more predictable, benefiting commuters and improving their overall traffic flow.